welcome to this new video for my channel, The Mental Traveler. I'm Caro Herrera, and today I'm going to be reviewing a story called The End of the Affair. I shall be reviewing the book, which was published in 1951 and written by Graham Greene, and the film adaptation starring Ralph Fiennes, Julianne Moore, and Stephen Rea. Before I begin though, let me just say that this will be a spoiler-free video, so you can sit back and enjoy. I've always loved romantic period dramas, and ever since I was around 10 years old, I've been keeping track of really good English actors, and Ralph Fiennes is one of them, so it's not surprising that when I first saw The End of the Affair on TV when I was a teenager, it caught my attention. Still, I do remember that while I was a teenager and I sometimes saw the movie on TV, I was really confused by the story, but of course now, in hindsight, I know that I was just too young to really grasp everything that was going on. But yes, anyways, moving on, many years later, my best friend and I were discussing Graham Greene, and because my friend is a Catholic and a fellow bibliophile, he told me that he had read some of Greene's works, seeing as not only these author's stories deal with religion, but because he also lived in Mexico for a while. And so I remember telling my best friend about watching The End of the Affair when I was younger, and he said that he had read the novel and really loved it and really recommended it to me. So I listened to him and bought the book, but it took me a while to read it, but when I finally did, it only took me 5 days to finish it. Almost a year earlier though, I had rewatched the 1995 film, and I did so again for this review, and I enjoy the fact that every time I watch it, I seem to appreciate and understand it more and more. The story is set during and after World War II in London, and it begins when Maurice Bendrix, a writer, comes across an old acquaintance called Henry. Henry is upset because he confides in Bendrix that he thinks his wife is cheating on him, so Bendrix offers to hire a detective to follow Sarah around and see what she's up to. But Bendrix does not offer to do this to help Henry out, but rather because he and Sarah used to be lovers and he still has feelings for her, so he's instantly jealous at the thought of her being with another man. And so the book follows Bendrix as he not only learns what Sarah has been doing, but it also goes back in time to show us their affair, and then we also get to learn just why did these two break up, seeing as there are a lot of unresolved issues between them. I give the book a 5 out of 5 stars review because my best friend was right. He really knows me. This book, I thoroughly loved it. I just found it to be such a mature, realistic, layered novel about love, all its aspects from obsession and jealousy, sacrifice, to also dealing with issues such as faith, emptiness, hope, and I just adore the fact that its main force is love. And I like the protagonist and his love story, and the fact that he was a writer looking back upon what had happened to him. I love the time period, England, just after World War II, because it added to the whole bleak atmosphere of the story, to the doomed feeling of this love affair. Also, I think that the author was inspired to write this book after his affair with a married woman. And, well, maybe the fact that he was writing about a personal subject helped to make this novel the success that it is, because it really feels true. The love story contains some issues of sacrifice that I usually look forward to in love stories or forbidden love stories. And the ending is very ironic and fitting in a way. As to the movie, I really love it and give it a 5 out of 5 stars review as well. Mainly because it was my introduction to the novel. And overall, I find it to be a good adaptation of it. I think the actors did a fantastic job. And as I read the book, I was easily picturing Julianne Moore and Ralph Fiennes in my mind. Their expressions and their voices. The only thing that I would like to draw attention to, though, is that in the movie, I get the feeling that when Sarah makes her promise to God, it was quite simple for the viewer to understand that this means that now she will try to fill the empty space in her heart and in her life with God. But in the book, we really delve into the personal and inner struggles with religions and the existence of love that she undergoes. And the same goes for Maurice and his opinion of God in the novel. It's full of love and hate, and because he doesn't quite understand it himself, I felt a bit confused about it all, always getting the feeling that I was missing out on something and thinking that maybe I was still too young and inexperienced to really grasp all of those conflictive emotions that Maurice's troubled soul, and even to an extent Sarah's, underwent along this story. But yes, anyways, there is a movie from 1955 starring Deborah Kerr, Van Johnson, and Peter Cushing that I really want to check out one day because I like these actors and I love all Hollywood productions. And also, Colin Firth narrates the audiobook, and that's something I definitely would be willing to hear. Anyways, for the moment, I believe that this is all I have to say about The End of the Affair. Thank you so much for watching my review of it. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you did or if you didn't, because I would love to hear what are your own thoughts about The End of the Affair, and I would love to talk about it with you. In the description box below, you can find a link to the Goodreads page for the book, as well as a link to the IMDB page for the movie. Anyways, I'm Caro Herrera, the Mental Traveler, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you're in the world. I'll be seeing you soon. Goodbye!